Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tulo Hoyani. This morning I want to revisit the issue of the three Bloemfontein cops who died on their way from Bloemfontein to Limpopo and ended up in the Hanoks River. Now, this is my take on the whole thing. I indicated that I'm doing my own forensic investigations into the matter, and a lot is coming to my attention as I do so. Point number one, if this was just an ordinary accident, why has it been so difficult for the South African Police Services to provide a simple answer to a simple question? I've said in previous episodes of the Daily Fix that accident reports are routine matters that the police deal with on a daily basis. There should be no reason why some 6 months later, the families of the deceased must be asking themselves, 6 months down the line, as to what really happened here. This was not an accident. It is something else. Now, let us look at General Shadrach Sibiya again. With the involvement of General Shadrach Sibiya, anything can go wrong. Wherever General Shadrach Sibiya has featured in any investigation, things have gone wrong one way or the other. The Senzo Meyiwa trial and investigation is a case in point. He features there, but plays a background role. But that background role has led that case to where it is today. So, given that General Shadrach Sibiya was involved here, who can ever place any trust anymore in General Shadrach Sibiya? General Mhlanhla Mkhwanazi has come out to call him a criminal. Now, if a provincial commissioner of police calls the deputy commissioner crime intelligence a criminal, how can we ever trust such a man? Let me just give you a brief overview of what happened shortly after the three Bloemfontein cops ended or were found in the Hanoks River. I've already in the past indicated that upon his arrival there, General Sibiya told us that this had been an accident. Without any investigation having been undertaken, he just thumb-sucked this narrative that there had been an accident. But even if you go by that narrative, where is the accident report? Like I've already said, accident reports are pedestrian, run-of-the-mill sort of things that the police deal with. Why has General Sibiya then not given us the details of that accident that he was talking about? And this is 6 months down the line. That narrative of an accident by General Shadrach Sibiya directly contradicts what General Fanny Masemola, the Commissioner of the South African Police Services, said upon arrival on that crime scene. General Fanny Masemola simply said that, well, at this stage, Investigations are going to be undertaken. We are not ruling out anything, and that is important. But he was not willing to commit himself either way, whether or not it was an accident. But he was at least leaving, everything open and leaving everything to investigators. Because at that stage, nobody just knew what had happened. The spokesperson of the South African Police Services, Atlanta Mate, also upon arrival on the crime scene, told journalists assembled there that an investigation would be undertaken, and only then would she be able to be in a position, after the conclusion of that investigation, to say with certainty what had happened there. So General Sibiya is the only person who definitively, or without any hesitation, told us that this was an accident. And, well, one wonders where he got that proof from, or that evidence. Because we are still waiting for the accident report if it was an accident. And a police accident report will never take 6 months. So with the involvement of General Sibiya here, a man that has been fingered by General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi as being involved in all sorts of criminal acts, the only solution here for the families to bring closure and finality to this matter is to have an inquest. We need an inquest in the magistrate's court to probe thoroughly what went on there. Clearly, internal South African Police Services, initiatives have failed. How can we wait for a report, whether there was criminality involved or whether it was a mere accident? 6 months down the line, we still do not have definitive information. But there are red flags all over the place. And the only thing that will make sure that we get closure over this issue is an inquest. An inquest will get to the bottom of everything that we have always been concerned about. All the things that we have been concerned about. Because my own gut feeling is that it's not an accident. So an inquest will sort of, settle all the issues of concern. Say how that car ended up in the Hennops River. It will explain the extensive damage to the vehicle. It will explain whether or not that car had a tracker device. Among other things, General Sibiya has talked about the car having a tracker. But it has since been established that was a privately owned car by one of the policemen, and that it had no such devices installed in it, unlike standard police vehicles. That was a private vehicle. So there are a lot of questions and answers here. And South Africa needs answers. And that answer can only come by way of an inquest, a public inquest, an open process. Right now, what the South African Police Services are doing, nobody knows what they are up to. Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, the man who said it was an accident, now stands suspended from the South African Police Services. And that says a lot about him. So the only thing that will solve this mystery of the 3 Bloemfontein cops is an inquest. Having said that, let me thank you for watching this video. Let me thank you for all the subscriptions and the likes that I'm seeing. We have not only gone beyond the 10,000, but in the space of 4 days, we have now shot beyond 11,000. This has never happened on the Daily Fix, that we get some 1,300 subscribers in a matter of days. Your support, South Africa, is crucial. I need your support to make a success of the Daily Fix. And I have always said, and I will again say this morning, that it is only possible through your support. Thank you very much and have a wonderful, wonderful day.